Hello everybody, welcome to the official live cast of Game 2 of this round of 16 clash between Sergul and his Orcs up against Niaga with his Wood Elves. Sergul won the first game 2-0, so he leads the series 1-0. If he gets a draw here, he will win. The conflict, can't remember, I mean the match, I don't know, it's not, the series, the confrontation, whatever you want to call it. Sergul Spanish qualified through the Season 4 official playoffs and finished second in his group, but eliminated K-Fog, which is pretty incredible, up against Nyaga, who's Swedish, qualified through the BB Tactics Big Crunch playoff. And I believe Nyaga was also runner-up in his group, wasn't he? Let's have a cheeky look at this. No, he won his, and then beat Ivanhoe and beat Orcs. Well, Sergul was runner-up and beat K-Fog. So it's funny that Niaga beat Orcs to get here, and Sergul beat Wood Elves to get here. But watching the Niaga's game versus Ivanhoe, and he scraped past Orcs. It was really touch and go. On another day, he could have easily lost that game. So he is up against it, and he's already lost the first game. So yeah, he's in a lot of trouble here. Is Niaga, especially versus this build. This crazy no guard build. Nope, that's greasy cleats on this big one. Yeah, more block is obviously better against things that you don't need guard against. You're already stronger than everything, so block's actually a really good anti-elf. And he's got the mighty blow as well for anti-elf. No tackle, don't need it. Oh my, the kick is incredible. Okay, that's good. That's good for Niaga. Niaga, on the other hand, has a typical... Oh yeah, no troll build for Sergul, so he gets everything. Say with Niaga gets the 3 rerolls in the apple due to the thrower. He's got the tree, he's got the 2 dodge, he's got the strip ball. He's only got 1 wrestle because he's given up the second wrestle, and the normal skill on the dancer to get mighty blow, which I think is fine. But you know, I'm not a fan of it. I don't think it's horrendous or anything, but I'm just not a fan. So there you go. Yeah, that's a hell of a kick. That's really ruined Sergul's day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's going to have to cage here on turn 2, then turn 3, then turn 4, then turn 5, then turn 6. He basically can't score this drive. Basically, this kick means that he can't score at all this drive, which is great news for Niaga, isn't it? Thank you, Ordont. I'm kind of surprised he left the catcher there after last time when he got 2D blitzed unassisted. Thought he might have swapped it with a dancer, so you know he wouldn't really be able to get the assist on the dancer there. I thought he might have swapped it for a dancer, but he didn't. He allowed that. Yeah, so the sample size of 1. Well done, Odon. Yeah. Glorious. Though it's also Davo's, right? Davo and I have got the exact same record. We've both won 2, drawn 4, lost none. We both finished second in our group. It's pretty funny, isn't it? Scraping through with 2 wins and 4 draws. This is an outlier. Oh dear. Yeah, 6 games I've made 1 Kaz. Outrageous. You know, who knows? Maybe I'll just dice him. There's a chance. I just dice and make like 3 Kaz and just win easily. Which would be funny, wouldn't it? We are playing at 7:30 max. yeah, so like 2 hours 23 minutes time. Gonna cast this game, then have a bit of a break, then we'll have the big match commentated by people. And that should be great, shouldn't it? Kind of forgot to organise it, but there you go. I'll message them now. Yes, that's true. That's true, well done, yeah. So, this was the turn. We've split the team a little bit. Root was a bit unlucky. Honestly, after the root, maybe he should have blitzed this. I mean, I know he got a both down, but maybe he should have tried to blitz the big into the tree, right? Maybe he should have tried to do that before. I guess he wanted to get loads of stuff around here. Put an assist in against the catcher. Was that a mistake? Probably. See, like that just strikes me as a mistake. He didn't know it was a catcher. That's what I'd call a mistake, whereas in my game versus Devo, I mean, it certainly was bad, but it didn't feel like a mistake. You could double rush with a ball, but that seems stupid, doesn't it? You've probably just got to make a cage super deep. You've got to go so far, though. It's horrendous. It's horrendous how far he's got to go. I mean, Niaga has become pretty favoured for this match, I think, just by how deep the kickoff is. And now Sergul has completely split his team. Himself, basically, right? Like this one can come back, and this one can come over, and this one can try to dodge. But he's got 3 stranded. And he's got these in a little X cage. Looking very, very bad for Sergul. Especially if he fails the pickup. Ooh! He makes it with sure hands. Sure hands. Right, he didn't try the 4+ dodge. I think he probably should have tried the 4+ dodge. Now Niaga can get a ridiculous, like, wedge his whole team in this area, right? Yeah, this is a lot of gap to get his entire team in. Should do a lot of thinking this turn, I think. You know, take a bit of time to make sure he does it correctly. Not like C-Bros versus Devo in Super League, if you remember that, where he was very close to having a really good turn and he just made like a crucial mistake and it made it rubbish. So again, yeah, a bit like me, right? Inaccuracy, a crucial inaccuracy that made it a disaster. You can even get like 2 in there, can't he? 2 in there. Oh my god, he can get so many things in. I think like he's made a boo-boo. because he's got to go around the outside. Whereas if he blitzed this one, he could have gone through the inside on 2s, right? That might have been better. These had to be here and here, I think. Maybe it doesn't matter. No, I hate just punching this guy on 2. Need to get people down, I think. Okay, well, he's got the knockdown. Had to follow, but amazingly gets an AV. Like, he has to follow, right? That takes up 2 players' actions. Oh, that was an outrageous non-follow. I think that was an outrageous non-follow. Outrageous non-follow. Maybe a misclick. And I think this guy had to come through here more, right? Maybe even down. Wait, how did 5, 6, 7, 8? I mean, it's still hard. It's still hard for Sergul, but he can kick out to here now, can't he? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rush. You can get to there. You can get past it. Maybe the catcher had to. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who knows? Oh, he's not doing the rushes. He's just staying hemmed in and reconnecting a bit. It's basically an Orc Daka, isn't it? It's basically an Orc Daka. This is horrendous. I mean, Sergul's just trying to get out of this at 0-0 now, honestly. Sergul is just literally trying to survive this half at 0-0. Hopes of a score basically gone. Because you just got to take everything back. At least reconnect the team. I quite like making the rushes and getting the ball up to here. It's not a good idea is to rush with the ball, let's be honest. It's one of those things when you're watching it and you're like, I could make some rushes here, but playing it, I wouldn't want to roll the dice myself. Hello, Alma. Oh, makes the rush there. What's the odds of a death? I mean, it depends. Depends on the odds of knocking them over and breaking their AV and everything, isn't it? But once you get injured, it's 1 in 8. Catching up on all the World Cup streams. What did you think? Durple's a very good coach. Yeah, I haven't. I don't remember any of his games, funnily enough. That includes the group and the round of 32. Badly hurt Kaz there, doesn't happen because it's just alignment. PlayStation Pros. Glorious. I mean, everybody's pretty good now, aren't they? In the last round 16.
Glorious. No, I won't give in until I'm victorious. And I will defend. I will defend.
Thank you very much, Jay Canstar. So, the problem with this from Niaga is there's 5 squares forward, right? Like a good 5 squares forward, and men out in front as well. He's kind of defending the wrong place, right? This is the tip of the spear that he... and he's defending where he's not going more. Like, this is where Sergul wants to go, right? Lurch forward to here. After armor break, yeah, I guess it's 1 in 48, yeah, because it's a 1 in 6 to Kaz, and then a 1 in 8 for the Kaz to be a death. So turn 1 was back to here, turn 2 was up to here, turn 3 was over to here, turn 4's up to here, turn 5's up to here, turn 6 is up to here, 7 here, 8 here. So he's still got a motor, he's still got to like move maximum speed every single turn. So, like literally you can only afford 2 lost squares of forward movement. So it's still really hard. Like, I guess this turn Niaga can wall him off completely, right? I guess. Heinz win rate coach on Max on PlayStation. Now the tree can be part of the screen though, right? Like now the tree is the anchor, and you can just simply screen 2-2-2, knock this guy down. I mean, a 0-0 here is still kind of a win for Niaga. I would have really wanted to turn him over if I was Niaga here after the start, but trap space. Yeah, I mean, maybe you want the orcs to try to score so that you can strip them. Well, you can't strip him, he's got short hands, but so you can jump in and knock the ball loose. yeah, if the orcs were trying to score here, they'd be doing great. But, I don't know if he's going to blitz the blitzer. I guess he's going to blitz the blitzer, right? got to be wrong, isn't it? It's got to be there. He re-rolled that. Oh, it's leader. I thought it was wrestle. I thought he was punching him with a wrestler, but he didn't. I would have left the wrestler on him. He had the wrestler over there. I just naturally assumed he had the wrestler on him. But... okay, so he's going there. Yeah, you've got to have somebody there. Okay. Okay. Oh, dub skulls. Le double skulls. And here we go. It's the pile-in turn. Try to get forward. And maybe give up the sack. And the loss. It won't be a loss if he gets sacked and scored on, but it'll be bad, won't it? He hasn't got any guards, so he can't jam it as effectively as you otherwise could. Yeah, you just got to use their actions at this point, Miko Selva, because, like, you know, the Orcs have got to get forward, right? Now they've got to do a rush. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, no, they don't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay, so they've got 3 turns. He's got to get max movement forward every single turn. So if everything's based, then he can't. Is really as simple as it gets. So, you know, Niaga can just keep full contact now and try to knock down as much stuff as possible, maybe including the ball. And yep, this is looking very, very bad for Sergul. So he's got a 1D on the ball if he wants it. Which honestly isn't that good. I'd rather take the surf here. Does hit the ball. Skulls. Reroll is a pow, so he's popped the ball loose. Which is fine, isn't it? And he's got a catcher on the back. And he's got a dodge guy who can run around for an assist. But it's only it'll only be a 1D. So, no. Do not like that. That eats the reroll. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right, you've just done that. Rush. You've got, and then you can dodge out to screen him. I didn't really like this. I'd have blitzed the blitzer here, and then surfed the big gun, and then gone for the ball next turn. But now Niaga's out of rerolls. I mean, by knocking the ball over, He's almost certainly defended the score. I didn't like doing that guy without dodge, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess he can move a guy here or here. I would have gone for the surf just because surfing's good, and then also it lets you get your catcher out easily. Now he doesn't even want to make this punch. Right? Even this punch is risky without block. Instead he goes for the 4+ pickup, makes it. And does he... Doesn't rush at all, makes this block, gets the pow. And this catcher can go all the way around. I think I might have ran through. I might have done those 2 dodges, see if he popped dodge, and then cut that corner to get him all the way out there. The sack was brilliant. Fantastic move. I mean, the sack's going to come, right? Like, the sack was kind of inevitable, I thought, so I wouldn't have rushed it, but I mean, he's got it. He's got he did use all of his rerolls that turn. I mean, all the 2 that were left. But yeah, I mean, it looks pretty safe, doesn't it? Like, even if Sergul knocks him over again, oh my god, dub skulls. Full pow. Really, these 2 rushes were kind of essential. But, you know, he just couldn't do it, could he? At least 1 rush was essential. Oh, he didn't. I thought he was going to I thought he was going to pound it here, so he could have just blocked him. So he's going to blitz him into this, and then back up, so the throw can get it. Yes, Almy. Yeah, unfortunately, not banned. No, he catches it. Well, he might be losing it next turn. Yeah, so I would have changed it for the block, but this is actually better when you think about it, because then he blitzes him there, then he blocks him up, then he blocks him there, and then if he powers him on the second hit, or if he blocks him here and wherever he goes he can clear the tackle zone, then he can pick it up with a thrower. So actually made a lot of sense the way he did it. Gets a removal as well. Hey, no, actually you can actually, because you know there was some I resisted all temptations to say anything, because like, you know, two people had, you know, scheduled their game for like 7 o'clock kind of thing, so it actually is a spin ladder, this, so they had to organise so that they didn't spin into each other. Didn't spin into the wrong opponent. I guess the problem is the lack of rerolls here, isn't it? But I mean, this is still, I guess can the dancer get there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, not really. Maybe you do it with this catcher. No, because he's cancelling that one. Like, I guess he's so slow. Like, you know, he's so deep. You've just got to use him for the assist. And then I guess you blitz with a dodger that way. So you assist from this square, right? No. No, 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 no. 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 This guy goes here, and then you blitz from there with the dodger, so you push him out to here, and then you've got movement left, so then you get a second hit on him if you need it, because you've got no rerolls, right? So you've got to think about contingency plans and stuff. Maybe he's going to try and blitz with a dancer. It's a long way around, though, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Double rush, and it's a terrible push direction. He just does the 1D. Oh my goodness, that is outrageous. Outrageous from Niaga. But yeah, it's so much better, right, to stand this guy. I get that he wanted recovery, but it's turn 6. He's got no rerolls. He doesn't have to prioritize recovery. He has to prioritize getting it down, I think. So he had to stand this guy up. Had to do it from the direction I said. Much better direction to blitz him in. Would have been really nice. That power would have actually scattered to this wood elf. In fact, he might have just caught it, and then he could have 2+'d away. And you know, and then if he had to run around, you could punch the thrower as well, and then you know dodge out the dancers and get them around for the next turn. This blitzer is a scoring threat, just quietly. Makes the pickup. Is he just going to go for the 3+, the big boy leap? He does it, he fails it, he stuns himself, and the catcher catches it! Oh my god. This thrower should have, dodger should have tagged him from behind, right? Probably. Not the thrower, but I guess the thrower could catch him, so that's why he's got to throw back, so the thrower can catch him if he goes. So maybe this guy standing in front of him is fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Rush to hit him. Hit him with mighty blow. Maybe he doesn't want to do that. Maybe he just wants to hit him instantly. That was a pretty epic way to fail the 3+ leap, wasn't it? Because if he'd rolled a 1, he would have fallen over in the square he was in. So at least he failed there, stunned himself, got the ball. Well, yeah, with him going so early, like he went on turn 5, went for the ball, so he had plenty of time left to not prioritise recovery, I think, now. He does make the rush to hit with mighty blow. Doesn't get him down. Love to see it. Niaga really want to finish this half 1-0 up, won't he? I mean, like that's always true, but you know what I mean. Like with the way the dice have happened and stuff, the kick alone made it basically no chance of scoring for Sergul, and the best he was going to do was get a 0-0. Okay, so it's still dice, isn't there? No, he's got dodge, so it's a 2 dice without block, which is still better failing that than failing the dodge. So ultimately, Niaga's done well out of this. He's only taken a KO. in a whole half of just getting AV7 pounded on. And he's made a Kaz of his own. Bizarrely. So it's a 1 in 36 into, okay, he just dodges and gets it done with. So he saved a 1 in 36 doing it that way, but out of like the blitz, I guess just the push wasn't enough, was it? So yeah, his way was more like, his way was obviously more likely to get the score, even if he got the pound the 2D just because he saved the 1 in 36. So fair enough, he saved the 1 in 36. He did the highest odds play to score, which, but like, you know, it's slightly more risk failure state. I mean, just taking the highest odds makes sense, doesn't it? Gives the Orcs a turn 8, but obviously the Orcs can't score. Blitz now, yeah, it could be a blitz, couldn't it? It could be a blitz in it too now. We can but hope. Literally all you have to do here as Sergul is set up against the blitz, and he hasn't. He's got a wide open space there. Oh no, Niaga loses his leader from a vicious ref. Oh my god. That's horrible. Well, that makes up for the lack of getting banged on. Oh man, the gym foul. Man, a vicious ref is annoying, isn't it? Might get his KO back though, then it's not such a hit. Yeah, it's not bad, right? Especially if he gets his KO back, he's just had one player removed off the foot. After kicking, and he's 1-0 up. Yeah, thank you, Keith. Let's get those spellings correct for Kalon. Correct. Hello, Kalon the turd. Oh dear. He's not sailing through. There's no sailing through here, Alma. If Niaga can win this game, he will force a third tiebreaker match. That's brilliant, KO. He doesn't get the KO back, so he only has 9 players for offense. But you know, people who advocate kicking tell me that 9 players is enough for an Elven offense. I remain to be convinced, but we shall see. The good thing is now he's 1-0 up, so he can score early, right? He can go 2-0 up. He can go 2-0 up here. Yeah, this is game 2. Sergul won the first game, so Sergul can go through with a 1-1 draw. You know, Niaga is out if he draws. Niaga has to win here. And it's 9 versus 11. But yeah, he's got the freedom that he can bang it in whenever now, can't he? Which is rather good. I would not agree, Ms. Feltree, that 9 L's for an offence is luxury. I think it's pretty desperate and in the realms of getting turned over and losing. I mean, well, you know, drawing and then being eliminated is the problem here for Niaga. But because he's 1-0 up, he can score early. So he does have that going for him. That is the one thing he has going for him now, right? He knows he's 1-0 up. It's looking like a Daka, which I don't think is a good idea in this situation. Knowing it is 1-0 up, I think. I mean, it doesn't have to be a Daka. Like, to be fair, Sergul's denied the LOS anyway, so it's not necessarily a Daka. And if it's a deep kick, you can just run everybody back, and it's not a deep kick, so you don't have to run anybody back. So maybe this is just better than setting up any other way. But yeah, I actually don't think the Daka's so good here, right? Because you don't have to stall till turn 8. So you might as well get it in. Oh no, I don't like it. I never thought I'd say I don't like a Daka in a situation. But Dakaing is how you lose this half 1-0 and go out. Right? This is how you this is how you lose. This is how you lose and go out. Uh-oh. Danger. Danger for Niaga. Big danger. And this is such a good team to defend the Daka because he's got loads of block, right? He's got all of his strength 4 blocks. You can't even like 1D them to break through in a 2+. Yeah, I don't like this. Do not like the Daka here. If you just keep the ball around there, you just keep them honest, right? Like they've got to defend against the quick score as well. Like that makes it really hard for the Orcs. They've got to try and pressure and defend against the quick score. Whereas now, they just pressure and they're pressuring you deep in your half, and you've got nowhere to go back. Like you could also just stall out, right? Like if you're Dakaing here, okay, it saves you a hit. It saves you 1 hit. Maybe 2. He might full back line it again. 3, 4, 5 rush. No, he might not. It saves you 1 guy getting hit and like X amount getting based, but there's nowhere to drop back to. Like you can't turtle now, right? Like once you start Dakaing, you can't turtle anywhere near as well. Daka's great for an 8-turn stall, but you just don't need to 8-turn stall, so you don't need a Daka. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But also, it's bad losing the field behind you, right? The field behind you is good. When you're 1-0 up. Well, ham pants. Does that mean that you've just eaten loads of ham and like you're breathing heavily, or does it mean actual pants made of like sliced ham? Anyway, the Daka is a withdrawn offense, is the more correct name for it, where you run everybody back like this, and then your opponent who's 1-0 down has to run in and pressure you. They don't have to, like in this situation, because he's 1-0 down, he has to run in and pressure him. Otherwise, they could just hold like midfield or whatever. Basically, just kill some turns, and then so you can start till turn 8. But if you don't have to stall out till turn 8, there's no real point doing it. So, yeah, it saves you guys getting punched a bit, and it burns turns. But he doesn't need to burn turns. This is why I don't like it. It increases risk for if you get turned over and now the ball's near your end zone, you're going to get scored on. But there's absolutely no need to kill time, right? There was no need to kill time. He's 1-0 up. If he scores at any point, he just wins the game. So there was absolutely no need to kill time here. So I don't like the Daka here at all. Fluid offense is what he should have gone with. Oh wow, so he's got to appo that. That's a perfect time to appo. Yeah, this just makes everything like super risky. Okay, he gets an elf through. Yeah, it makes sense 0-0 because then if you score early you might draw the half and then lose the game, right? But you've got the advantage in kicking first is you have information on your offensive drive. And that information can change how you play. It doesn't change how the Orcs play, right? The Orcs and like any bash team has to play the set, has to play the drive. However, you know, whatever the situation is, like they just can't win, right? Like if the Wood Elves get their drive done and score 1-0 on turn 8, Orcs receiving still just have to try and score on turn 8. Like there's nothing they can do. If they try to win, they'll just lose. So bash teams auto receiving is better because they have no agency really in their drive, whereas elves can do things. That elf does get banged, but then that might pull a hole in the defense, right? Because there's a guy on the tree, there's a guy stunned, the guy doesn't get banged out. Now he's got a handoff to him to just score, which is pretty good. So now it becomes very difficult for Sergul to defend the breadth of the pitch. Yes, exactly, nosedive. Yeah, Sergul won the first game 2-0. So Niaga absolutely has to win this game. Yep, stuns can be game winners, as it essentially was, you know, in some other games recently. Oh. Okay, so he's gone heavy over here. Real heavy. Yeah, no problem, because I mean, I didn't lose, did I? So it's alright. Yeah, the right side is absolutely split open right now. Now the centre is. So now he's got to wrestle bits to go through the centre and cage around the tree. Or you can just try and turn the corner a bit up the right. Going up the right seems better, right? Because there's 6 players here in the wide zone. And there's only 4 players not in the wide zone. And one's on a tree, so I'll still go right here. The Swiss cheese defense, yeah. Yeah, looks like he's going to go up the right. Yeah, this looks real bad for Sergul. I feel like Niaga could be playing a little bit quicker now. Like, it's not terrible that he's not. You know, it's not Martin Krul in the cup slow play, but I feel like this was a pretty easy turn. Wow, I don't like not getting forward there. I would have definitely had him putting forward. I would have had the ball like up here. Oh, it's a rush to there. Oh, I was gonna yeah. So I was gonna base the big one. I wonder if this catcher could have been one over. Probably has to re-roll this now. It's only got 2 re-rolls. Oh dear. I wonder if this catcher was a misposition. Yes, Kalon, we might all be perfect Blood Bowl players if we could. I mean, that's the thing, isn't it? That's the thing. If you could just never ever make them. There was an incredible post by Dio Nisian one time, and he said, if you learned from every mistake you made and never repeated it, you'd become one of the best players in the world in short order. And I was like, no, you wouldn't. You'd be the best player in the world by a mile. You'd be the best Blood Bowl player, uncontested, by an absolute country mile. Because everyone makes mistakes forever. So there you go. His tree's not rooted, he just decided to not risk freeing up the lineman, I guess. Don't play Cosmigo. That certainly is the best. Yeah, that's the best one. Oh, dub skulls. Instant reroll. Also. Oh man, the rush. Mighty Blow Blitz. Yes, nosedive, yeah. Yep, this was not great. That was a pretty bad blitz though, I think, from Sergul. Much preferred blitzing this guy and closing off the sideline, right? He's actually got nothing out wide. So, free progression up the pitch here for Niaga. Means that he should be home and dry. He should be home and dry. But you know, he can 1 in 36, etc. But you know, he should have these two dodging off, right? These two should be joining the ball. And this guy can come somewhere. Dodge guy can tag that big. These two can get off. Yeah, he just didn't shut down the sideline. I hated the blitz. The blitz had to be with a big one. getting him out in the wide zone here. Just letting him run up for free seems real bad. Real bad. Of course, if Niaga rolls a dub skull, a double one on the dodge, he's going to feel terrible, but it's just the way it is, isn't it? You got to roll them. Oh, I would have gone the extra one there. Yeah. Guess the catcher could go there first, and then he can like go there or something. Like even out, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It could go 8. It could go to there. Yeah, that's a nice square. I like basing this guy actually. Like screening there is fine, but I actually preferred cutting the corner and basing that guy. And then he can do it with the last one. So. There's a bit of a delay, Henning Eckstein, yeah. Yeah. It's not 100% live. But there's no coaching going on, is there? There's just general things of he can go down this side, or he can go across there. I did count Dimmy, yeah. I counted versus Davo a little bit, didn't I? Funnily enough. So critically not at one juncture. Yeah, the stun made me scramble and couldn't defend that side. So then over defended the side, which left the other side under defended and just made it obvious where Niaga should go. And he hasn't got anything up here, has he? I mean, he couldn't really. So it's just 2s away. And you know, again, he could chain. He could fail the dice rolls, but shouldn't. I know, counting squares is cheating, I know. What can I say? I'm sorry. We all do it sometimes. I'll be honest, Dimmy, I also hand roll. Okay, that's somewhat decent there. That makes it a little bit harder for that dancer to come out. The Orc Dagger didn't work, no. Nah, he wasn't doing everything just as I said. Come on. Come on. I mean, that's just because I've played a lot of Blood Bowl, isn't it? And like we both know how to play Blood Bowl, and that's it. I mean, that's basically it, right? Like, it's not a genius to say he's gonna move the ball like to this square, because you can just work out, you know, where the other players are gonna go to make the screen and stuff. Oh, I thought he was gonna chain the dancer forward. The problem is, he's got these two to stop. So what's he doing? Doesn't get the power. That was the blitz. I think Niaga hasn't thought this turn, and he's just rolled some dice, which isn't great. I'll be honest. Not thinking and rolling some dice when the game is on the line is not usually the best thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He'd like to rush as well, wouldn't he? What about this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that would be a rush whichever one we went with. So. Doesn't want to do safe moves first, right? Because he wants to do them after the cage is made. It does do the rush as well. Yeah, I thought I wouldn't have stacked them. Would not have stacked them, just quietly. But now he can make the dice rolls with the last guys to do things, right? Some light dice rolling. I would have moved this guy last. He just stood this guy up, saying no need, right? You should have stood him up last. He could have tried like a 3-2 to tag this guy at the end or something. 1, 2, 3, 4, rush. He could have done that. Yeah, you got to make this hit now. Way. Because then that gives this guy a way out. And then you can tag the mighty blow. Oh, okay, I would have tagged the mighty blow. Do you know what? I guess I wouldn't have. I would have wanted to tag the mighty blow, but it's another dice roll, and tagging his blitz is fine, isn't it? But this guy could have gone 1, 2, 3, 4, rush right at the end. That's way better than just standing him up. So I think he shouldn't have stood him up. He should have tried a 3-2, 2-2 at the end, or just this way. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 2-pluses to tag him. Should have done something. I mean, tagging this big and's useless, isn't it? It does look like a 6+ power. He's in Chun's column as well, so it could scatter out. Didn't have to be in Chun's column, did he? This could have been 1 in, that could have been 1 in, and he could have been 1 in, but then maybe he could have got around the outside. Maybe he can double 3 him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, rush. 3-2-2 to hit him. He's a 3-2-2 to hit him on a 1D. 1D. I wonder what this guy could do. Could this guy assist? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not really, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Rush. One dicing a dancer seems rubbish, doesn't it? So maybe he's got to blitz in and stand in front. But honestly, it's almost certainly better to do the 1D, right? That's giving you 30% to pop the ball. Whereas this, I would imagine Niaga will be higher than 70% to score. But he gets a removal. Oh yeah, he could have just dodged in. Yeah, it was a 5+ dodging, wasn't it, for a 2D? Maybe a 5+ for a 2D. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe that was all right. Well, like even this big one, right? This big one could have been based by that guy instead of the other big one. Which would have been better than basing this blitzer as well. So yeah, bit of a mistake there by Niaga, I think, just standing that guy up. So 3-2 to score, right? A 3-2 to score, which is surely better than 70%. So there you go. And that's like without thinking, isn't it? And, you know, now Niaga has a turn to think about if there's something better than that. A who'll turn to think of something better. But I mean, a leap score, a leap rush, a leap dodge is easy, isn't it? No point in thinking here. Thinking's for losers. that covers the leap fail or the dodge fail a little bit. But it did add another 1 in 36 fail. I know it's a catcher, Sol. But it was a 1 in 36 to just lose, wasn't it? Not lose, actually. Now at least he's got the ball downfield. He's not going to lose if he fails, probably. Makes the leap, makes the dodge. And that is it. 2-0 up. Yeah, there's even cyan rings for you. There's even cyan rings for you to show the other catchers. Yep, there you go, Super G. Cyan. We can have a sound effect for that.
My jumper is purple, or it's blue. It's blue. My jumper's blue. I don't know why I said purple.
So there you go. The cyan player did the 1 in 36 and made it safe. So there you go, 2-0 win for Niaga. And they've both won 2-0 now. I guess, Sergul can still play, right? He could still score in 2 turns and then get a timeout or a blitz to draw 2-2. It's still technically possible. And if you saw his touchdown versus K-Fog on turn 16, you definitely know that he likes to try anything that's possible. There was quite a few Kim won, I can tell you, from my own little spreadsheet here, that in the round of 16 there were 4 Wood Elves. Not that many, actually. There are at least 2 in the quarterfinals. And Niaga will maybe be the 3rd. Here's the spreadsheet, so I just realised I don't always post this. There we go. People did say Wood Elves were dead. Wood Elves' death, turns out, was massively exaggerated. Also, they started making Wood Elves tier 2, didn't they? Like, they could have just kept Wood Elves tier 1 and then they'd be more dead. But, tabletoppers apparently, love things to remain the same forever and didn't want Wood Elves to get worse. So they upped the amount of gold everybody got and tiered down Wood Elves. So they didn't suffer at all, basically. Still no skills on Wraith the Golems. Classic. Yeah, catches are yellow in the official Games Workshop. Blood Bowl 2nd edition 1990 had coloured rings for players, positions, and they've kind of stayed that way forever in Blood Bowl. Yes, so yeah, it's pretty good, isn't it? It's pretty good being able to reroll the leap, reroll the 1D, reroll the pickup. Oh, you've lost! What a surprise! Yeah, multi rerolls is pretty ridiculous. pretty ridiculous. I mean, they were tier 2 in Euroball 25, weren't they, Tree? So they remain tier 2 for well, they've been tier 2 for a big chunk. It's absolutely not unheard of for Woodies to be tier 2. Yeah, sorry, there's things outside. Yeah, Solid's funny, isn't it? I mean, yeah, they did lose natties, but multiple rerolls in a one turn is ridiculous, isn't it? So this is easy touchdown for Sergul here. He just rushes, lobs it to this guy, blitzes this guy, double rushes, hands it off, in. Easiest touchdown of his life. Things outside, yeah. Loud noises. Natties were ridiculous, but they're basically worse now. Like that's the bad thing is they're basically worse. Oh wow, that's not what I would have done. Interesting. Interesting. He can't hand off to this guy. So he's going to pass it to a big un. This was definitely better doing it this way. Was it? Maybe not. I guess if you don't want to rush with a ball, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, no. I still feel it's better to double rush hand off to this guy. Because he's now got to power the tree. He actually has to power the tree. Or just pass it direct. Just pass it direct to the big one, yeah. Which seems worse than using a relay, doesn't it? A lot worse than using a relay. No, he's going to use the big one relay. Gets it. So I think this is a rush. A rush to pass to him. And then he hands it off. Fails the catch. And that is it. Good. Niaga wins. 2-0 or 2-1. Doesn't really matter. He's won the match. It's 1-1. And they are going to have a game 3 later today at some point. We can't actually show that one live because of course I'll be playing Andy in game 2 of our match, which could be crucial, you know, because I expect I'll win and end it. So yeah, there you go. Congratulations, Niaga. Crucial third match between Niaga and Sergul tonight. Also a crucial third match between Wentros and Surveillance tonight, and unfortunately both will have to be replays because I cannot do either of them live because I am playing Andy shortly. So there you go. Thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and stay fantastic.